Yo guys, if you guys follow my channel, you know that about a year ago, I announced that I was working on something secret, something really big that was going to change the cubing community forever.
I really want to share more about it, but I can't right now. It's going to be big.
This story is about what my big project was, why it failed, and what I'm bringing today instead. You will find the link in the pinned comment, cube.academy. That is my big secret project, but it isn't what it used to be. When I just started my channel, I posted something on Instagram, which was this. And these were designs for a mobile timer I was working on back then. As you guys may know, I used to study at the Apple Developer Academy and I graduated as a user interface designer, which means that I create designs for web pages, mobile apps, etc. It kind of figures that I would eventually work on something cubing related, and I did. I started doing this all the way back in 2018, 2019 or something, together with a friend of mine. He even featured in one of my videos. I'm a designer, he was a developer, we got together, we wanted to make this mobile app. But after a year or so, I noticed that it was difficult for him to spend his spare time working on the app. And we weren't really getting to the point where he was about to release, so we quit. And that got me thinking, you know, maybe a mobile app wasn't the best idea. I still wanted to do something, but I wasn't really sure what it was. So a bit over 2 years ago, I came up with the idea that I wanted to get like a central hub for anything cubing related. I wanted to have video lessons of every kind. I wanted to have a timer. I wanted to have an algorithm database. I wanted to have everything in one place. Then I came up with Cube Academy, which was going to be a website with just that. And that was a big project, I know. And in the meantime, I was working on all of these designs. I was spending literally months working on this. I had like 1,000 components, like every single button and every single letter, every little element, dark mode, light mode, mobile. I even teamed up with a design team to help me think of like the flow of things, UX. And I bought these domain names like cube.academy, cubeacademy.com. I even teamed up with Maddie Hiroto Inaba to record a bunch of lessons. And I realized that this was going to be a really big project. So I didn't want to release everything at once because that was impossible. But I did want it to be step by step, like starting off with a simple timer, adding a simple alg database over that, then starting to publish the lessons on there, stuff like that. And because this was a big project, I had developed a little team of 3 developers, 3 guys that I knew. But once again, I realized, you know, full-time developers, it's difficult to convince them to spend a lot of time working on the app. And after 2 years, when we weren't even close to releasing the first feature, which was the timer, I realized it's just going to be too frustrating for me. So I said, let's just stop. So all of it was for nothing. Was it? Well, not really, because I did have the domain names. I did have the vision in mind. And I did have all of the lessons I recorded with Maddie Hiroto, which were awesome. So I decided to do stuff on my own. I worked on this simple website for the last few weeks, and it doesn't have the features that I promised it would have. It is still Cube Academy, and if you talk about an academy, it's about learning something. So right now, I just focused on the fundamentals, which was the learning part. I have this website, and I have all of my tutorials organized in the cleanest way possible. Like you can find beginner tutorials, intermediate tutorials, eventually advanced tutorials, which we're getting to, but also the algorithms in the cleanest way possible. Like I don't want people to be confused with like 10 different algorithms to choose from. I just chose the algorithms which I know to be good. And the cool thing is, if you press on it, it just goes straight to the video explaining the algorithm, which I think is awesome. And I just want to start there right now. I realized that if I want to do this, I don't want to be dependent on anyone else's work. If I'm ever going to get it to the point where I wanted it to be, I will just hire someone. It will be crazy expensive because developers are expensive, but I'm just going to go step by step for now. I'm just going to start with the lessons. It's really clean. I want you guys to check it out. I spent a lot of work on it. Like even the how to solve a Rubik's Cube course is like, I have all of these GIFs explaining it in such a clean way. I'm so proud of it. And I did this work in the last few weeks, so it isn't perfect. Like if you found any mistakes, just let me know. If you have any ideas of what we can do on this side, please let me know as well. I am still planning to add the courses that I did with Maddie later this year. But for now, I want it to be like the central Rubik's Cube hub of like learning stuff. Ever since I started making these tutorials, I've been getting these comments of people being so appreciative of the content that I do. Because if you do entertainment, people like your content and they're like, oh, I really enjoyed this. It was so funny. But if you really educate someone, you really help them in a way that is totally different. But guys, just check it out. Cube.academy. Let me know what I can change. Let me know what I can add. Let me know if I made any mistakes. Let me know your thoughts of the entire thing. And once again, the big idea still isn't that. It is just going to start here. And if it expands, that will be really nice. Yeah, that was just this quick video of like letting you guys know Cube Academy is released. It's different, but it's going to be awesome. I still have a lot of hope that it might be super big one day. And I hope you like it as well. If you have any ideas, let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Ciao, guys.